2 years ago, I talked about my favorite Terror Tales of the Park episode, and while that is still true, I want to talk about one of the other Terror Tales of the Park specials that started this trend in the storytelling. Let's dive into it. Terror Tales of the Park 5 starts in the first half of Season 7, the awkward season that would transition to the season finale being the space arc. This season always feels weird to talk about due to the fact it's the last season that the guys spend time in the park on Earth. Sure, it's been over 5 years of their crazy adventures, but putting an end to it, well, everything that doesn't have to do with the main park guys feels sort of weird to me. I'll definitely cover more of this season some other time as there's a lot to discuss about it, but let's stick to the episode. As per usual, the park guys are throwing a party for Halloween. Not gonna lie, all of their costumes this year are pretty bad. Like, the only cool one's Mordecai's. But it starts with Muscle Man really complimenting Vincent on his work he's done for the party. To an older regular show fan, it may seem weird that this type of conversation would happen, but truth be told, the guys have matured and this conversation is pretty normal. Vincent shows us his Halloween one-trick pony to sell everyone off as the best Halloween ever with...
The best part! I present... Racky the Wishmaker.
Racky the Wishmaker, who of course is reminiscent of Zoltar from the 1988 comedy Big. As nothing surprising, the guys aren't astonished at all and proceed to leave. But Vincent really wants them to try out Racky, whom Vincent states would show them any wish they want if it were to come true, but in a really scary fashion. Which on the surface seems like a really cool idea. As for the last few years, we've been given this similar ghost story plot, which of course hasn't gotten old by any means. To prove he wasted no money, Vincent tries out Racky first by saying he would like to motivate Mordecai and Rigby. Pretty vague of course, but how else is he supposed to make it scary, I guess, right? We flash into Vincent's brain telling his story, and this is where I say, it's not that good. It's the overused B-plot of Vincent wanting to make Mordecai and Rigby want to work, but of course they'll never want to. I think back to episodes like Think Positive, where the episode spins this B-plot so well and ends with a great episode for Vincent. It engages the viewer into wanting Vincent to get better at, instructing Mordecai and Rigby. I know it's Terror Tales of the Park, it's supposed to be fun, a Halloween special, not supposed to take that seriously, but this trick has been done multiple times and it doesn't work if you just throw in Slappy. Fast forward 20 seconds, the puppet gets mad at Vincent and tries to kill him, but then he ends up dying, and that's pretty much the story. Like, what a waste of a few minutes just for a pointless story. Like, I've seen these guys kill a naked floating head, but they struggle to punch a dummy? Vincent wakes up pretty startled, but there isn't much suspense other than the guys being a little interested in Racky now. Next, Pops is up and wants to travel more. Again, pretty vague, but this one's alright, I guess, if you like hot trash. The guys are taking jury duty on Halloween, Pops goes to use the restroom, nobody cares, and the werewolf goes in with Pops and turns into a werewolf and escapes. The officer even acknowledges that something happened when he heard Pops scream when he was in the bathroom, but who cares, right? And then for some reason, everyone thinks Pops is the werewolf, and when he tries to catch the real werewolf, which is going to London, they get a bazooka and try to kill him. Like, what's the sense here? Also, they really wanted to sell the werewolf in London jokes. Okay, next we have High Five Ghost, and I actually like how they gave this man more love, and his story involves his girlfriend, which, that's pretty cute. So High Five Ghost is visiting his girlfriend at her apartment, who we have not seen much at all, if I'm gonna be honest. He wants to take the elevator, and as he does so, the elevator stops and calls the elevator repairman. The dude jokes with him a little, putting on some ominous music, and eventually fixes the elevator. But when he exits, his girlfriend tells him that the repairman has been dead for 40 years. Oh no. Yeah, really corny, but hey, you can't kick a donkey for nothing, you know what I mean? That one was a little better than the last two, but this story tops the rest. Will it save the episode? Let's find out. Rigby uncaringly asks to see him as a popular kid, and Racky decides to make everyone see it, so we hope this should be good, right? And we cut right back to Rigby satisfied with it, and I thought it was a little nice gag, just a little joke, but at any rate, Racky sends him back into the dream, and Mordecai and Rigby are getting bullied by some high school rejects to take more than one candy from a bowl, because of course the joke is take one, don't take the whole bowl, but everyone does it, am I right? I mean, ignoring the fact they still look like they're in their 20s, when they take the candy, a scary witch takes them into their house. Now, anyone with the right mind gets, child abductor vibes, but, who cares? Because she gives them chocolate, just like all the guys in the white vans do. But not just any chocolate, body parts that look like chocolate. If a witch brings you into her basement and offers body parts as candy, wouldn't you be a little suspicious? The only explanation I can give for anything that's happened in this episode is that it's all done by Raki. He doesn't know the characters well, he makes them feel like boring half-made roles that just give really disappointing feelings for 20 minutes. But the witch ends up turning them into chocolate for all the other children to eat on Halloween. And that's it. Oh, but they think Ruby's cool, so that's the scary bit. So all these stories did show their wishes to come true, but made them obviously a little more scary in a corny way. But I'm not making the wish. The guys are making the wishes. I'm just a guy watching people make wishes through a screen. So this type of interaction where you're trying to be scared doesn't work at all. But who cares? The last minute is full of action. Raki randomly escapes the house, running towards a white van with some of their valuables. They chase after him as other wishmaker machines are in a van driving it for some reason. A little weird, but as I said throughout this episode, whatever. He jumps on a catapult and is launched into the ground, so he didn't get in the van. How's that? Raki then tells Benson that he won't be able to get his money back, as we cut to Benson at a store when he is considering buying Raki for Halloween. So this entire episode it's not a flashback, but it's just, something that Raki was doing to try to get him to buy him, I guess. But like, what's the sense in making Benson hate you and not wanting to buy you? Like, this all was just like a weird, just bad show. Benson storms out of the store, and the store manager shuts off Raki for hopefully the final time, and that was Terror Tales at the Park 5. This should not be a surprise, but this special was really, really bad. Don't get me wrong, I love regular show, but this special, being the 5th of the iteration, needed more than whatever this is. All of the stories are bad and forgettable. So no, unfortunately, Zoltar or Raki, whatever you want to call it, has not improved Terror Tales at the Park at all. And yeah, the 6th one, don't get me started. Thanks for watching the video, guys. If you guys want me to talk about something specific next year for Halloween, let me know. I hope you all have a wonderful and safe rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.